Hey, what is good, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. How is everyone doing today? I'm going not too bad, thank you. It is round 5 of footy tipping of AFL 2023 season. Last round I did 8 out of 9, so I did pretty well, way better than last week. I got last week 3 out of 9, so a huge jump from that one. But yeah, anyways, it is Gather round. All the games are going to be played up in Adelaide for some reason, unfortunately. But yeah, anyways, let's get right into the video. The matchup we've got is Adelaide Crows versus the Carlton Blues up in Adelaide Oval, obviously. This game is going to be probably pretty tough to tip. I've heard that Carlton hasn't really won a game up in Adelaide Oval for quite some time while Harry Mackay is playing. So be very interesting. He only got a fine, no suspension after Harry Sheasel bump. Adelaide played pretty well last week, and Carlton bet North Melbourne. I reckon I'll probably tip Adelaide. It'll probably be a close one. Maybe by 13 points, Adelaide beat Carlton. Now we've got is the Fremantle Dockers versus Gold Coast Suns. Yeah, this is played at Norwood Oval. Don't know where that is, somewhere in Adelaide. Gonna be a bit of a shootout, or maybe not a shootout. I reckon it might be domination. From one side, I reckon Gold Coast is gonna beat Fremantle. Fremantle have been a bit iffy on some games, but it doesn't look like it's their year. After a great year last year, bit fallen off. Fremantle have. I reckon Gold Coast will win by 21 points. For the Richmond Tigers versus Sydney Swans. Richmond definitely wanted to come back after the 5-point loss against the Bulldogs. Yeah, they all think it's disappointing game, unfair from the umpires, or whatever, always blaming the umpires. But I reckon they will come back and win against Sydney, wanting to fire up. Dustin Martin, Tim Taranto, Jacob Popper. I think Jack Rebolder's got to be out. Shea Bolton, he's been pretty good for Richmond at the moment. Daniel Rioli. I just reckon they'll win against Sydney, maybe by 15 points. We're going to Adelaide Hills for the Brisbane Lions versus the North Melbourne Kangaroos. 9th and 10th, at the moment anyways, on this squiggle ladder. I reckon this should be an easy game for Brisbane to win. Shouldn't be a hard contest for them. I mean, that's if North Melbourne play like they did the first game. But yeah, you never know. Anything can happen in the AFL. But in my opinion, I reckon Brisbane will overpower Alison Clarkson and the North Melbourne Kangaroos. Probably be maybe a 31 point win for the Brisbane Lions over the Kangaroos. It is Essendon Bombers versus Melbourne Demons at Adelaide Oval. This should be quite interesting game. If Essendon's accuracy can be on point, they can definitely put up a good contest against Melbourne. Melbourne is definitely final or premiership favourites, up there anyways. They played very well last week against West Coast, smashed them over in Perth, where they can play well. They played well last time in Adelaide, I'm pretty sure, but probably tip Melbourne Demons over Essendon. Just more experience, I guess. Probably by 17 points. We've got another Adelaide Oval game. It is Port Adelaide Power versus the Western Bulldogs, my team. We played very well up against Richmond Tigers, and didn't really expect us to win that game. I doubted us very much. I thought we were going to lose by, like, as last video, 9 points. The rain and the wet really helped us. Played very well in it. Kept up the good pressure. It came down the very last minute, I would say. I'm going to tip the Bulldogs for this game against Port Adelaide Power. Port Adelaide just bet Sydney by 2 points on the defensive end when Sydney was going for goal. And so, yeah, I'll probably tip Bulldogs by 24 points against Port Adelaide. Now we've got is another Adelaide Oval game. It is Geelong Cats versus West Coast Eagles. This should probably be quite of a smashing after Geelong beating Hawthorn by like 75 points after getting their first win. Yeah, I reckon Geelong should easily beat West Coast in this round. Maybe by 29 points, Geelong beat West Coast. We've got is two rebuilding teams. This is going to be very interesting and very good to watch. Probably won't watch it, to be honest, with you. It is GWS Giants versus Hawthorn Hawks at Norwood Oval. I reckon Hawthorn should get up against Giants. Maybe by, it could be a close game, maybe 8 points. Hawthorn beat GWS by. We've got is a Adelaide Oval game. This is going to be a cracker of a game. It is first, fourth. Well, my ladder predictions, but in real life, I think they're first, fifth. For 4-0 St Kilda and 3-1 Collingwood. Yeah, this is going to be a very good game to watch. I'll probably tune into this one. Could see it go either way. Well, I should say St Kilda have a lot of players out, but they keep on doubting everyone. Collingwood, Jack Getterman, I don't know if he's playing this week. I think he's playing Anzac week though. Yeah, I think I'll probably tip St Kilda by maybe 15 points. St Kilda win.